Sometimes men take matters into their own hands.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
Good.
All right, here we go with another episode of It's Drunken Chat, son. I am your guy in the chair right now with one of the main man and freaking comics.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Don't get it.
Is it really Drunken Chat son if no one's getting drunk?
This is moderate consumption.
It's sober chat son.
Where we moderately consume everything except for comic books. But make sure that make sure that you do check. If you do have a problem, please, we do promote. Go ahead and freaking get that help. But for right now, we are moderately partaking. We actually, I hope you got it because I don't got it. I got this Canada Dry, the best freaking ginger ale ever.
Is that the new flavor?
No, it's just a regular old. Since 1904, they've had the same doggone flavor, man, ever, man. But once again, that doesn't stop. That should not stop y'all from go ahead and moderately partaking. Go ahead and shout it out in the freaking comments what y'all are freaking drinking. Always love to live vicariously through you, freaking guys. But thanks to the man to the right of me right now, Blind Adam, the comic book pimp. How are you doing, sir?
I'm having an alright week. Finally getting some cleaning done. Getting the office in shape. About to buy some new furniture, so I can't complain.
You can't complain, man. It sounds fucking boring and fucking. That is not the usual Adam I know. This is the usual Adam I know. No, hold on. This is the Adam I know. Hold on. This is. That's the guy I fucking know. What the fuck?
Actually, that was filmed when I filmed Project Pegasus.
Oh, okay. So Project Pegasus is a go. So once again, if you guys want to invest, make sure you hit up Adam to see how you can support.
That will be up on my OS and my mini vids sometime soon. I just like I said, I'm just behind on a couple things. But this the help. No, all kidding aside, this is the healthiest I felt in 6 months. So, I just feel blessed that I'm feeling healthy, and I get trying to just keep myself distracted to Wednesday when I go get my blood checked again. So,
absolutely, man.
I was getting nerve-wracked around when it's time to with the docs and see where the levels are at with the blood cell count.
Yeah, you definitely gotta keep ourselves healthy and checked and everything. So, make sure you keep the oil clean and get it checked, everyone. But also, I do want to give a shout out to some of our patrons that are in the chat right now, such as GT Key Comics, Raymond Camacho, and one of the best freaking patrons we got in the chat right now, Brad Selden. How's it going, baby?
Hey, what's up, Councilman? What's up, Brad?
Yeah, so if you ever want some big hits of what you guys should be looking at, you might want to freaking get with Brad, man, because he knows some shit. Also,
Chad's not in the chat yet. Chat cave.
Chad has not arrived yet, because it's early. It's early. People.
That's true. It is early for him.
I did change up our placemat for our things for a little bit, so people might not recognize it because it didn't have anything to do with comics, and we are going quite early, so people might not recognize us. Joe 47771. He says it's Drunken Friday, son. Absolutely. Freaking please make sure you guys go ahead and freaking moderation. Get too freaking drunk. And but I will say that there is a plan. There might be a plan for a drunken chat meetup happening in San Diego. And I will get to that and explain this more details after we get to some of the, get through some of the new stuff. But first, what I wanted to discuss, it was a pretty big week, man. A lot of good stuff happening this week, and supposed to be happening this week. Acolyte season, or excuse me, episode 3. We've got a pretty big UFC fight and a boxing match happening this freaking weekend. House of Dragons season 2 is supposed to be happening on Sunday, and then I think was it Wednesday or Thursday? The Boys dropped season.
It was
4.
Thursday. Season 4 dropped.
Now I haven't had a chance to watch it because me and the wife have been getting caught up on season 10 of the 90-Day Fiance, and that's
What?
yes. And let me tell you, it is absolutely fucking phenomenal, man. Those freaking ladies
Okay.
are so. I'll I don't. 50 seconds. This thing was crazy. All right, so there's this one lady from Panama. She's absolutely freaking crazy, but she's operating like everything from head to toe. She's freaking operated on. She's driving the dude that she's got nuts. And there's this other trans lady that's on there. She used to pass. She used to pass for a lady, but then she started getting all these operations and shit. And now the dude that she was with doesn't even want her anymore. And then the other freaking drama is absolutely fucking crazy, man. That shit should be in a fucking graphic novel. But you said, I think backstage you mentioned that the Boys, you watched the Boys, at least the first 2 episodes.
The first 2 episodes have been for season 4 have been really good so far. Without really spoiling it, I like where they're going between this civil war between Homelander and Starlight. I don't know what happened to the actress that plays Annie January, but her face looks really fucked up. I may be blind, but I don't look that. I'm not that blind. I think she may have put some of the Botox shit in her face because her jaw looks really stiff. As I try to get her out of the foil.
I heard that one of the characters may have passed away.
I think that's in another show. That was in the Gen B show.
Ah, okay.
Not in this. But I'm really enjoying it. And the Boys is the only comic book show that doesn't need a porn parody, unfortunately.
You can't. How are you going to parody something that's already a parody or something?
Yeah, no,
that's just 10 degrees of what the fuck.
10 degrees of what the fuck. I'm writing that down. Hang on. 10 degrees of what the fuck.
Yo, so Brad Selden agrees. This Boys is so good. Now he does mention that there is a lot of penis in the first 3 episodes and a
damn right.
He says Adam must have been loving the bat mitzvah. Fuck.
I plead the 5th, Your Honor.
Yeah. The most outrageous freaking scene that I've seen so far regarding a bar mitzvah was
that bar mitzvah scene was crazy.
Yeah. But here we go. Also, hey, how's it going? I want to give a shout out to Repair Tech Tony, who says, "Evening, dudes. What's going on?" So yeah, I can't wait to watch it. We'll probably watch it sometime tomorrow. Even though we also have to go see Inside Out, which has actually apparently been doing pretty good. Which is another Disney Pixar type thing, whatever. So we'll go see that and then see if we can fit the Boys in there. So that should be interesting. But so far there has been no interest from my wife or my son to watch The Acolyte so far. So Man,
I
Disney.
haven't watched a single episode yet.
Yeah. But okay, so for Acolyte, I'll talk about that. Is that it was interesting. It was drawing into interesting because it had a little mystery that was happening, right? It says because we were wondering like, okay, who's this weird ass freaking chick that's trying to murk all these freaking Jedi's. Then we found out who she was and that she's got a sister and blah blah. Then now we were wondering, okay, what did the Jedi do to her that makes her want to freaking murk all the freaking Jedi? And unfortunately, in episode 3, they fucking answered the shit. So there's literally not a really good reason to keep freaking watching this right now. I don't understand. They should. There's no reason to go this early with all this information this early in in the show, especially on episode 3. Because now I'm just like, okay, because that was the main thing that was had me hanging on. Okay, what the fuck did the Jedi do? Now that we know, I'm just not into it. I see no reason to continue on to episode 4, and because it's not that intriguing what's been happening so far. So I don't know. We'll see.
With the Acolyte, I decided just to wait till everything is finished, and then I'll just watch it all in one sitting. There's just like way too much else that I'm watching right now that I don't have an extra hour in the day to spare.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen or heard anything good about it that makes me like say, "Ooh, I gotta stop what I'm doing and watch this shit."
Yeah. Brad Selden says it's a Rush Shaman type story, but it's meh. It's small. And I want to give a shout out and good evening, top of the morning, top of the evening to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How's it going, brother? But the only thing that I really wanted to see was how they were going to tie the rest of the High Republic universe into this whole thing and kind of tighten it up, and they haven't done it so far. So I guess we'll sit back and wait and see what the heck is going on. But because the only other mystery right now, and it hasn't really been that enticing, is because apparently these witches apparently were running from something. That's why they were hiding out. Now the question is, what were they running from? We don't know, but nobody cares. Bunch of witches in the freaking woods. Nobody freaking cares what you're doing. What you're doing. Go ahead, be you. All right. GT Comics says that The Acolyte is a horrible show. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It's gonna suck.
I would say
I couldn't resist.
if you're a Doctor Who fan like I am, and you've been seeing what they've been trying to do this year with it, yeah, that's even worse.
Really?
It's probably not as bad as last season when they had the blonde chick playing them. Once again, I thought she was a good actress. They just gave her shit. Now they got this guy playing it, and when they don't have him in the story, this Doctor Who in the story, and they just go off with the blonde chick who is supposed to be his apprentice or whatever. When they just go with her and run the story with her or any of the other people, it's actually a pretty good freaking show. But once they bring him in there, then they gotta bring his gender, type politics in there, and they're just trying to wedge it in there, and it just doesn't freaking work.
Gingers have politics?
They do. Apparently they do.
According to South Park, gingers are the master race.
Well, we're not talking about ginger. I'm talking about gender. Gender as in,
never mind.
No.
That's what you said, ginger.
Female.
My bad.
Yeah, it's weird. GT Comment says I can't continue watching. Right, it's the same thing for the the comics. Like I was really into reading all the High Republic stuff, and then it just fell off. Like it spun off into concentrating on trying to make these characters a thing without actually expanding the Star Wars universe. So I could care less right now. Dwayne Scott is saying that the audience is way lower, and I heard the show has a budget of 18 Godzilla minus ones. Yeah. Uh, Score the Acolyte is hard, and it makes it easier to drop any kind of Star Wars. Makes it easier to drop any kind of Star Wars books. Yeah. No, what's truly a shame is Stranger Comics is going to have some fallout because of this. Because one of the main, they really needed this to succeed, right? They really needed Amanda Stenberg to succeed because she wrote one of their first books, which was Niobe Shia's Life, and had this succeeded, there would have been a lot more, distributors and producers and everything trying to come after her, like, hey, you want to do this? We will do whatever you want. And then she could have just pulled that out of her hat and then be like, all right, let's freaking bang with it. But now, because nobody is even saying, hey, she's a freaking great actress, apart from this bullshit, it's kind of fucked up right now. So I don't know, man. Just this is kind of really kind of disappointing. But at least we got the boys right now. We get to see what's up with the
Boys.
boys.
Uh, and the
House of
boys.
Dragons, House of Dragons, yeah, House of Dragons is coming out on Sunday. So no, fuck it.
And also
Um,
South Park, The End of Obesity. I watched it twice. The thing is amazing.
Don't forget we got the Olympics coming soon, so that'll be fun. All right, so let's get into some of the news. AWA, which is the Artists, Writers, and Artisans Incorporated, has joined links with a television production company from Roy Lee called Vertigo Entertainment. They're going to partner to develop horror stories as graphic novels, illustrated prose, films, and television. Now, I've heard this before. Freaking comic book, freaking company X teams up with distributor freaking B, and they say they're going to freaking make films and TV stuff and everything, and then it just never pans out. However, Vertigo, they do a pretty good job of doing these smaller little things. So under their belt right now, they've got The Ring, which is one of the great freaking spin-off Japanese freaking IP franchises right now. They did a live action for Death Note, which is one of the best horror manga anime of all time. And they did Five Nights at Freddy's, which came out of nowhere, and that's one of those movies that I forgot actually did pretty fucking good. Right next to freaking Godzilla minus one. Because when I was once I went to the theater, that shit was motherfucking packed. And Five Nights at Freddy didn't actually have a pretty big budget at all. So under the new deal, AWA will develop graphic novels, work with a select group of writers and artists. So yada yada yada. So keep an eye out for or pull out of your fucking black box. Keep those kind of close. Some of those old AWA books, particularly the horror ones, I had my eye on this one particular title. It was regarding it had like the fucking car, and then the dude's soul was put in the freaking car. I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I
But
remember
that
that.
may not be horror enough. And there's a lot of other ones that are really, really good. And it's going to be interesting to see which ones actually pan out, because I remember at a couple of these comic book conventions, AWA was trying to give them their books, and nobody was taking them except for me. Um, so it'll be interesting to see if any of that stuff actually fucking pans out, man. I don't know if you've ever read any of the AWA stuff, Adam. Have you?
I probably have and just forget what I read.
Yeah.
But you never know what's gonna pop once it hits the screen too. I mean, you're not gonna get the typical comic book audience for some of the stuff.
Right. Let's see. They've got the Joneses, the Resistance Reborns, Erratic, Moth. Excuse me. Moths was a really good freaking comic.
I thought it was
Moths is
AWA.
about, yeah, that was AWA. Moths was about this world where people they have superhero abilities, um, but sometimes they just need something to pull it out of them. So when they do use this thing to pull it out of them, they get to use it for one fucking day, and then they die. So they've got to be very careful about pulling the shit out. You and I, there's way more than that, but looks like they got this shared universe happening. So Erratic, Ignited, Moss, Resistance, you and I,
Interesting.
and I know there's a shitload more. Let's see.
A shit ton coming to a theater near you.
Let's see. Oh, Bad Mother. Bad Mother is good as well. Chariot, that's the one with the car.
Yep.
Fight Girls, that's one by Michael
Is that
Cho.
that's the one by first show, right?
Yeah. Hotel, I forget
That
what
would do
that
good.
one's all about.
Yeah.
Grindel, Kentucky Grindel. Red Zone. Oh, Red Light. That just came out. That probably might do good. Primos, but that's not really necessarily a horror. Sacrament is really good, but I think it's too expensive to make. It's about a crew of astronauts. They go off to this one planet to explore after they get this radio freaking message call. And they find all this stuff there, but the planet is mostly empty. And then it turns out is that this particular planet was just used for alien sacrifice, and that the only thing that's really on this planet is this god. That anything that's on this planet, it's going to freaking take over his body and just freaking kill it. Um, Rumpus Room, Fourth Man, and Trojan, and Year Zero.
Trojan, eh?
So yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's got some good stuff. Brad Selden is talking about Star Wars still. Is saying the timing of the show is bad too. They needed to show us the Jedi being noble, except a fall from grace. See, I think that's why they had the kids in there, the little kid school, so you can kind of remember, hey, these guys freaking, they take care of the kids, and they teach the kids and everything. But the problem is that there's the question of, and in fact, I asked this last week, like, what the fuck are they doing with these little kids, man?
They're
Like,
grooming them, man. They're grooming
yeah,
them.
yeah, they said, oh, because then one of he said we don't fucking take kids, bitch. What the fuck you talking
They
about? That's
take all the
exactly what.
kids, man, all the
Yeah,
time. What are
yeah.
you talking
You're
about,
trying
man?
to
They're
fucking,
grooming the motherfuckers.
you're trying to fucking take kids right now. I actually said that last week. I was like, they just take these kids. I was like, and then okay, what happens to these fucking kids that they don't end up taking? That's what I want to know. Do they just fucking leave them out there? Because there's certain ones like, oh, you're too old for us to train, so we're just gonna fucking leave your force sensitive ass out here to just be doing weird shit. Ah,
Yep.
something ain't right.
Because the Jedi's are the villains, man.
Yeah. All right. Boom plans something that's killing the children. A zero issue. This one was more by ICV2. Um, Something is killing the children. Number zero is going to be released September 25th, 2024, which means the FOC will probably be sometime in August. This is the series created by James Tinian, and art as Brother Del back in 2022. I was looking up at some of the issues. Number one, it's definitely out there like $200, $300. Some guys are trying to sell it for like $1,000. um, People are not. I think people forgot that there's actually an FOC freaking cover for it, because that's not doing much at all. Um, And I do have some stuff to get into, just a very short thing to get into once we get into FOC, because I think this is pretty good and interesting stuff.
Cool.
Uh, ICTV2 is also reporting that adults is now the largest segment for toys. Adults ages 18 and up became the largest market segment for toys, which includes the games and puzzle super category for the first time in quarter one, surpassing the preschool segment. Adults purchase amounted
Yeah.
to over $1 billion in Q1, and over the past year, 43% of adults purchase a toy just for themselves, citing socialization, enjoyment, and collecting as the top motivations. Now, the 14 CG products that were among the top 10 new items included Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet Palladium, and just a bunch of whole Pokemon stuff. And the Disney Lorcana and the Inklings booster packet number 10. So, yeah,
Fuck
Dwayne's
those
got
toys.
say Dwayne's got saying adult toys or toys.
Adult
Toys,
toys, eh?
yeah, toys, man. If you want to talk about
Adult
adult toys,
toys.
if you want to talk about adult toys, go on the Adams show. Uh, Hey man, are you gonna hire a new freaking hostess man yet soon?
I am. I'm in the process of the. Even getting autumn took when I had autumn on it. That almost took me a year. So
Yeah, man.
I had someone, but after talking, we just didn't feel like she was going to be a good fit,
Yeah.
and everyone was just like flaked on me. So I'm still working on it.
Speaking of cards, Upper Deck has expanded its deal with Warner Brothers uh, for its Discovery Global Consumer Products. An expansion of the deal allows Upper Deck to create new trading cards, memorabilia, and tabletop games, including DC's rich portfolio of heroes and villains. Essentially, the deal opens Upper Deck's pipeline up to creating all types of games and collectibles using fan favorite characters such as Batman, Superman, Harley Quinn, and more. Then, staying with Warner Brothers and DC, apparently what has been announced is that the Blue Beetle is getting an animation through DC Studios, which is good, right? We watched the movie for Blue Beetle. We liked it. Unfortunately, it didn't make a lot of money, which is crazy. Even though George Lopez was in it and he was funny as fuck, I fucking loved it. There's been no talks about a Blue Beetle 2 or putting Blue Beetle in the new DC universe and none of that shit. So I'm kind of disappointed. But at least they're not going to just throw the whole character away. They are going to keep trying to do something with the character, which I'm all about. But I just hope that when they do this animation shit, they don't throw away the leaps and bounds of having, because the James Reyes that they had in that freaking movie, you know how they try and do diversity? This
Mhm.
motherfucker was actually fucking diverse. They actually hit some of the key points for a Latino family living in America. The guilt of leaving your family behind and them being very poor, so having to pay for your shit. You coming home and like actually having to do um, just wanting a good meal because wherever you went, you couldn't get that fucking good meal, and then having a degree and not being able to find a freaking job. So it was just so good in that those key points were some of the big ones that were missing from all these other freaking so-called diversity. To include, I think it was America that they had in that Marvel movie, right? America
What the
Chavez.
what the
Yeah,
Doctor Strange movie? Yeah,
yeah,
it
America
was American
Chavez.
Chavez. Yeah.
Let's say, okay, you've got this Latina in there, but wasn't really good because she didn't really hit any of the Latina notes. I didn't freaking get it. But fine. Oh, there he is, Mr. Chad Cave. He says, "What up?"
What up, Chad?
All right, and here we go with James Gunn is starting to talk about the new project The Project
Creature
Creature Commandos.
Commandos.
Yeah, he's trying to let everybody know what he's thinking about it. And for Creature Commandos, going to introduce the presentation for the animated series via video message at the Annecy Animation Festival. If you guys want to see what he said, there's a couple of articles out there, especially on the Hollywood Reporter. But so far, what he's saying is that it's supposed to be set like right after, or at least a year after Peacemaker. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so that'll be interesting to see how that freaking works out.
So
And
he's really looking to tie in Peacemaker and Creature Commandos then, because one of the Rick Flag is supposed to be in Peacemaker as well.
mm-hmm.
They also just cast the character Sasha Bandel in there too for Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah. Gun continues says what this means in a practical manner terms. Let's see, what is he saying? He says, since taking the reins, our true north has been to bring DC film, TV, and animation into alignment and bring a sense of unity and consistency into the DCU as a whole. What this means in practical terms is that our characters can move in and out of animation or jump into a game or onto the big screen, but they will remain consistent throughout. Same character, same history, same actor. And he pointed out that Davis reprises the role of Waller after previously playing the character in live action projects, to include the Suicide Squad films and the series Peacemaker. He's talking about Viola Davis. Now, the new series picks up directly after Peacemaker season 1 finale, which leaves Waller with her hands tied operationally, meaning that she no longer is able to get away with putting human lives on the line to carry out her clandestine, morally questionable missions. So yeah, it looks like he's got a plan. But once again, it's character based versus story based. So we'll see how that freaking works out, which I don't think is going to work out very well. And then here we go with news regarding Gina Carano. She was the lady that played in Mandalorian, and she got fired because she was saying a whole bunch of stuff. So far, a federal judge has signaled that the lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm over that termination will be allowed to proceed as the court considers whether the First Amendment allows private companies to sever ties with employees who publicly clash
Open up
with
their
their
damn
values.
mouth. They're told to keep their mouths shut.
Well, it's a big thing because there's been a lot of people that say a lot of wild shit on fucking TikTok. So, for instance, in North Carolina, there was this one lady who was throwing out the N word, just like she was passing out pancakes at IHOP, just dishing that shit out.
Yeah. That lady?
Yeah,
I saw that video.
the trad wife lady.
Yep.
And then, true to form, people think, oh, I'm on TikTok. People don't know who I am. Like, it's, ma'am, they found you. They found out where you actually work because you're not an actual trad wife, and they got her fired. So this Gina Carano thing could have some, overwhelming consequences for what happened with the trad wife, because it's been happening for the last 3 years. You say something stupid on your personal private social media, and then all of a sudden you get fired. Get fired for it. Which I'm not necessarily against, depending on what you said and what you were freaking doing. But yeah, there's been a lot of people that have been fired. The judge, Brad Selden, has says that the judge has not ruled on the motion to dismiss, and that it needs to give the case more time to settle. According to the thing, it says U.S. District Judge Sheila Peace on Wednesday pushed back on arguments from a Disney lawyer who argued that the lawsuit should be dismissed because the company has the right not to associate with a high-profile performer on a high-profile show who's imbuing the Star Wars series with views it disagree with that could turn fans away from the show. So, but yeah. So, lesson, boys and girls, is that your
Listen,
private
learn to
stuff
keep
is
your
not
damn
necessarily
mouth
private.
shut.
Don't think that the days of anonymity on the freaking internet are no longer a thing. People will find out who you are,
They'll
where you
find
work.
you, they'll hunt you down like a
They
dog
will
and whip
they
your
will
candy ass.
they will find out your boss's number. Yeah, they will find out your boss's number and email, and they will send that shit to them
They'll
and
hunt you
say,
down. They'll hunt you down like a dog, yo. Then they'll whip your
"Hey,
ass.
motherfuckers is
They'll
not
go,
playing."
bam. They'll do it, man.
And then final thing for the news is that Sony Pictures has acquired Alamo Drafthouse in a landmark deal to put studios back in the theater game. Now, Sony is the first Hollywood studio that has owned a theater since 1948. Because back in the day, way back in the day, um, what it used to be is, Paramount and Columbia. They used to not only just make the pictures, they used to own the theater, um, and they used to be able to black out freaking any type of films that they didn't want showed, which kind of crowded out like the little guys, right? Um, but now what they're thinking is because
Excuse me,
there's so
Lucas. I have a
yeah,
question about this.
yeah,
So
sure.
does that mean that does this now mean that Sony also owns Mondo? Because Alamo Drafthouse owned Mondo.
What is Mondo?
It's the company that does those really nice high end art prints. There's like basically Mondo galleries.
Parent organization is Alamo Drafthouse Cinema and Funko.
Yep.
So I guess so.
Interesting. Um. So I wonder how this is going to change Alamo because Alamo is it's an amazing theater.
Yeah, it all depends on where you go to. Because where I'm at, freaking, it's absolutely a fucking trash theater. They're
I like the
always
one.
too.
I like the one in New York.
Yeah, they're always too fucking small. I do like the fact that you can select your seat, but it's too fucking small. It's always too freaking small, and there's never enough room, and the freaking times are freaking weird, man. So I don't know.
They got a good menu though.
Yeah, I mean, look, well, so I used to always get this grasshopper shake. Um, it was
Never
an
tried it.
alcohol.
It
Yeah,
just scared the
it
shit
was
out of me.
it was amazing. It didn't have actual grasshoppers. It was just the fucking alcohol in it,
Yep.
and it was freaking amazing. Great shit. Um, let's see. The judge has not ruled. Brad Settle says if you own property, your address is more than likely public record too. She's not even a good actress. She's getting older. It's like was going to have a career like Rock at this age. She figured I'll sue it. It's Disney. She has a big movie career with Ben Shapiro at Toy Time Studios. But yeah, going back to the whole Sony thing, Sony is the first Hollywood studio that owned a theater since 1948. In between 1948 and 2020, the DOJ actually prohibited the film distributors like Columbia, Paramount, and list goes on and on, from owning theaters per the Paramount consent decree. But then after 2020, Netflix actually bought a couple of theaters, such as LA Egyptian Theater
Yep.
and New York's Paris Theaters, because there was a lot of the film producers that were saying, we don't want to show your shit unless you put our stuff in that fucking theater. So Netflix said, bet, and they put it in a fucking. They bought two theaters, and they put the shit in the fucking theater, and then eventually it makes it online for streaming. Now, Amazon itself owns a theater called the ArcLight in Los Angeles as well.
They're the ones who own
So
the ArcLight now.
yeah, yeah. So they're
I
not
haven't been
alone.
to in years.
Yeah. So they're not alone and afraid. So what'll
Yeah, but the thing I think the difference here is Alamo is a national chain, pretty much.
it is. So that's where it's going to get freaking weird. what we want to see is what is Sony going to do with it? Are they going to freaking update these Alamo freaking draft houses? Because that's what really needs to happen. That's why,
What do you mean by update?
because the sounds for some of these outer chains, they're fucking absolutely freaking terrible. The floor is sticky. The menus need to be updated. It's not. I've been to AMC's in Lower Side freaking Philadelphia that are better than every single freaking Alamo out there and blows out the freaking water. Alamo was supposed to be freaking updated, freaking high tech, freaking comfortable seats and shit. Nah, man, freaking Alamo has just turned into like a lower level, small indie type freaking theater, and I'm not about the shit. Which is why Alamo filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy back in 2021.
Yep.
It claimed that it was still reeling from among the COVID-19, but they're the only ones that actually had to freaking do that. Cinemark and other ones, they considered doing the same thing, but they came out of it, so they didn't have to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Sony actually does. Because Sony will get to play all their stuff only in these Alamo theaters, or at least make sure that all their stuff goes through there first, and then go straight to whatever streaming platform that they want to, which is normally like Netflix. So, for instance, like a lot of Spider-Man stuff goes to Netflix before it
Like
goes anywhere
Netflix,
else.
and then some of it gets split to like the because I have noticed some of the Sony Spidey stuff on Disney Plus lately too.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a wild year of 2024 through 2025. The next 365 days are gonna be absolutely freaking wild. To include, still standing by because the whole deal with Paramount and Skydance that fell through. The CEO decided that she didn't want to do the deal. Sony was supposed to be one of the other guys that was in the waits to see him bidding for Paramount. So it's gonna be a wild, wild day to see what the fuck is going on, man. No mail call. I'm not going into any trends. Let's see, what is this? Here are some of the books. Oh, actually, I do have one thing left. Let's play this trailer for Suicide Squad Isekai. Stand by.
I haven't seen this.
ハーレイ・クイーンか。ゴッサムシティの犯罪王、ジョーカーのパートナー。
完璧じゃないプリンちゃん。
こんなのは長い長いショーの導入だ。今の世界は醜く、何より不公平だ。
あなたたち5人にはある任務についてもらう。
任務？
平和のための任務だ。平和？俺たちが？キャスティングを誤ったのか。
最強！
俺頑張る。
我々王国と帝国の戦争はすでに数十年に及んでいる。
どうすればこの軍勢を止められる？
俺たちが出向き戦えば瞬く間に平和になる。
この方たちを信じてみても良いのではないかと。何？チラチラ見てたよね、私のこと。
とにかく今はこの国と友好関係を結ぶことが先決だ。
この戦争を終わらせようではないか。
ひとまず憂さ晴らしに帝国のやつらをぶっ潰す。
では始めちゃう。待ってて、プリンちゃん。私絶対にプリンちゃんのとこに帰るから。
All right, just in time to freaking come on with us for when we actually start talking about comic books. Not just the bad or the ugly, the good, bad, or the ugly. This is the motherfucking greatest. Sir Christopher, how's it going, brother? Can you hear us?
I think he's muted.
Yo.
Hey, yo.
Now we got the same headset, right? So sometimes when hers is plugged up, I think it's mine. So what's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's going on, man? No, see, that's what you got. You got to get big dog freaking joints, man. You just got, that's how you freaking. Now that you're gonna get your ITN, man, you freaking get big dog. If you can spend a little money on some big dog ones, and these I think these cost like
Yeah, I was
300
looking
or
at
400 bucks. Let's see if I got enough battery in this bitch. I keep forgetting to charge my shit. Yeah, so we got
I was looking at this one where it kind of it had like LEDs on the side of them. They were like about 200. I like those, but you'll have to put me on and know which one to get. You dig? So I'm not just
Yeah.
out here buying bullshit.
The Steel series, man. I've had the Steel series, which are really fucking great. It's got a little freaking box, so you can see everything. You can see your volume. You can see how much battery you fucking got. It comes with 2 extra freaking batteries. So the only thing is, I lost one of the fucking batteries, so I'm gonna have to fucking buy the extra one. But yeah, Steel series, I can definitely promote and say they're good. The other one, I think it's not USB, because I was going to give it to my son, but it's just an extra one that I got around the house. But they've been working for, gosh, I've been using Steel series for at least 5 or 6 years now, ever since we've been doing this show, man. So let's hold on. Let's get some of the. Brad Selden says Terror on Imperial was a big success. Made over $800 in the theater on his first day, the theatrical run. And Jack Aves is asking, did you know that the Arcane season 2 trailer dropped? It looks amazing. I'm not sure what Arcane is. I'll have to check that out. Joe is asking, did I call Lucas? Did I just call Adam ugly? No, I was referring to the man Sir Christopher.
I'm the ugliest.
Yeah, see, you can see how old our audience is. They don't realize I was referring to the Clint Eastwood movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Damn good movie.
One of the best movies of all time. Which I'm kind of disappointed that they haven't brought back westerns or spaghetti westerns. But here's what we were talking about, Chris. We talked about, well, Adam talked about The Boys. He said he liked it. I talked about Accolade season or episode 3. We talked about Sony buying Alamo for a little bit. We talked about AWA, which is that Artisan Writers Association joint. They are now teaming up with a company called Vertigo. They're the ones that did it. They're the ones that did Death Note. They've done, who else did they do?
The Ring.
Oh, The Ring, yep. And Five Nights at Freddy's. So while I'm always kind of suspicious whenever I've seen these pairings, this is a small enough company that does enough stuff on a small enough budget that I think they can actually get this freaking done. So they said that they were going to concentrate on the horror stuff from AWA, which is great. They've got a lot of pairings. So I would say keep an eye out for what's going on with that. Boom. I've talked about adults buying a lot of toys.
I think adult toys he talked about.
Yeah,
all the cool adult toys, man.
Yeah, I've been telling the Drunken Chat guys that, hey, this year was the first year that I've made more money off of selling toys than freaking comics, and it's not even freaking close. The problem with the toy crowd is that some of these guys are absolutely fucking crazy. They got no fucking couth whatsoever.
No. I think they're adult children. Sometimes, because I've been doing really well with action figures all year round too. As well as like other toys, and besides, I think like people like 5-10 years younger than my toy customers are more mature than the actual people I'm selling these action figures to.
Yeah, it's
yeah. Toys always do great for me too. I think that right now, I think when it comes to the comics, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's like a con or it's really con season, right? So San Diego is coming
Mhm.
up too, right?
Yep.
So
Mhm.
you got a lot of people holding on to their money, waiting for those exclusives to drop right now, and those cover reveals to take place. So I think that's the only reason why things are slow a little bit on the book side, you know.
Yeah. Um, this report was talking about that Pokemon was big, but for me, manga and anime toys and statues and plushies and pillows, that's been doing well. Fallout, all the Fallout statues sold out, absolutely fucking sold out. Shit hasn't even fucking come out. It's not coming out for another 5 to 6 months. Some don't even come out to 2025. People just buying shit out of it. And then Godzilla. There is a golden Godzilla fucking statue that's out there. People were buying the shit out of that fucking thing as well. Chad K was saying Blue Eye Samurai is amazing as well. So if you haven't watched Arcane, I can't recommend it highly enough. I am watching Kaiju number 8 on Crunchyroll. That one was good.
Control.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And I forget what the other
Control.
one. Yeah, Muscles and Magic. That one I think that just wrapped up. But yeah, there's a lot of good freaking anime just out there. The problem is that once stuff comes out, they're not taking their freaking time to freaking dub it over into freaking English. So they want us to sit up there and fucking read it. I just came home from work. I'm not trying to fucking read all that shit. I got time for that.
And what,
Upper
what
Deck.
sucks from my aspect is not a lot of it's in audio descripted yet either.
If they want to hire me to fucking do all that shit, I'll fucking do that shit. Warner Brothers Animation DC Studios. Oh yeah, freaking Blue Beetle is getting an anime, or not an anime, an animation or cartoon. James
Yeah,
Gunn was
as
talking
well
about
as
the Commandos, right?
Watchmen too. Yeah, I think it's like a
Hmm.
part 1 and part 2 for Watchmen. I just saw
Yep.
the trailer for that. What was
That's
that,
for an
like two
animated
days
movie.
ago?
Excuse me, Chris. The trailer finally dropped. For
Yeah,
Watchmen.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like maybe I want to say yesterday or the day before. They dropped the trailer to it.
All right, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
It looks decent too.
And then that's pretty much it, man. You're pretty much caught up. Um, didn't go really into stocks because there was two big hit for me. There was Sony buying the Alamo Draft Houses. That's mind blowing to me. Paramount Skydance freaking deal fell through. That's not happening now. Disney has they're putting $17 billion towards their Florida parks, which nobody fucking wants. They want Disney to put the money into building another park somewhere else. So we don't want to have to buy a freaking plane ticket to get there and then waste our money on freaking hotels and shit. But there we go. All right, so this week that came out that's doing pretty well so far is that Ain't No Grave that Scotty Young 1 in 25. We knew that was going to do pretty good. I would like to see what CBSI top 10 thinks about this one, this Usagi Yojimbo, that 1 in 4A Yoshitoro. Uh-oh. Let me fucking show this, first of all. Gosh, it's fucking tell me that I'm not showing anything. Yep, that Usagi Yojimbo 1 in 40 looks freaking amazing. I still love that freaking Derek Chu. It's pretty good. How dare you? What? Okay. But it looks pretty damn good. Interesting. It was on. I think was it eBay Live? It might have been eBay Live or somewhere. I actually saw Stan Sakai freaking hucking books. It was him and his wife. It was pretty cool.
I think that was definitely eBay Live.
Yeah. And then the Ultimate Spider-Man 6 print. That one's got some numbers. I haven't seen any final numbers to see if it has increased in price yet. The Blood Hunt 3, it was doing really well last week. I'm not sure where it's at. I'm talking about the red band specifically. And then that Blood Hunt number 3, that 1 in 25. And once again, this is a very confusing book. I'm just not sure where this one's at, but it's sold out at distributors. That Deadpool video game homage for issue number 3. Savage Dragon number 270. That homage to Charlie Brown. And this one is definitely sold out at the distributors. Scarlet Witch number 1. That's Scotty Young. And I read it, and I didn't see the reason why they needed a 1/100 or freaking. I mean, the covers are absolutely freaking fire. That Prisoner's fire. I like Scotty Young, but I didn't feel like they needed a new number 1 because I thought we just did a number 1 just last year. Thundercats issue number 5. This is Ben Oliver. There's a Gun Honey Collision Course number 1. High on Life. This one that sold out at the distributors. I believe this was actually a freaking this is actually a video game. Looks kind of weird. Don't know what's up with that one gun that kind of looks like a penis being squirted out of. Don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Chris, man, did you get to read anything this week?
Yeah, I read. I caught up with Blood Hunt. I read Scarlet Witch. It was all right. You know what I mean. It wasn't so bad, but I am kind of happy that we got a little Catan at the beginning, though. I was excited to see him. Another thing is, like, with the whole Blood Hunt thing going on right now, right? I'm wondering why people haven't taken a liking to the last Blade run, right? So everybody's running around and saying, like, okay, Blood Hunt's good, but I don't understand the direction they're going with it. It's kind of stale to them because they don't know why Blade is all, evil and shit. But if we're being honest, if you read that Blade run, the previous one that we just, wrapped up on, I think it was like issue 10 or 11, I think Blood Hunt would make a lot more sense to everybody. So I have a running theory with that right now, and I think that Blade is taken over by this this villain named the Adana. So I think that she had some type of influence on him right now.
Yeah.
So, but
Right.
knowing that, it made Blood Hunt that much better to me.
Right. He tried to kill her, but he actually got this the soul of one of his other enemies to freaking kill her off. But it wasn't very clear about what actually happened with that. So it's either that or it has something to do with Dracula, because more of the blood of Dracula is inside him now, and it may just be a feint. It's a little weird. It's a lot of possibilities because Blade has shown up in a lot more books with a lot more shady shit happening. So we'll see. Brad Selden wants to talk about sports cards. Jack Cave says you guys haven't reading picture books. But all right, so this one is on FLC. Here's what I don't like, man. You got my man Blade biting fucking Miles on the fucking back of his fucking neck. But why you gotta be on from behind like that, my dude? Don't. I know it's Pride Month, but don't be coming up from behind me like that.
Everyone's just jumping the position lately in comics.
That's the second cover.
It's the third week in a row we're talking about a character assuming the position.
He bit Doctor Strange like that too. I don't know, whatever it is. Blade has a little he's a freak or some shit, bro.
Caressing motherfucker around his chest and shit.
Yeah.
Come here, boy. You smell delicious. Like what
You
the
have to
fuck,
have
man?
you have to have someone doggy style before you bite them in the vampire
He's-
world. I don't know.
Yeah, you're supposed to put some prison bars and shit in front of that. You know,
Because this
fucking-
is like the third week in a row that we talked about, the ass being in the
Him
air like
biting people
that.
in a odd fashion. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
you would just
Yeah,
fucking kill me, Blade.
Pretty soon
Just
I have to
fucking
change
kill
it.
me,
We're
don't be
specking
weird.
on ass. We're specking on ass.
But yeah,
And
this
if I'm
cover
not
is
mistaken, that's that
Specking
cover,
on
right? The
ass.
one I know you were just about to say it, Lucas. The cover that you have to order so many of whatever the fuck to get it.
Fuck that. But yeah, this is the second print, Lionel U. Fuck this book.
Is that a 1 in 25?
No, this one is not. There is a 1 in 25 out there. I forget which one it is, but we'll go through it. And if I miss it, just shout it out. All right, this one is by, I forget who this one is, but it is How to Steal an Election Before Someone Else
This
Does.
is Black Mask. I'm actually looking forward to this.
The I don't know what the story is about, but it's got the title, first of all, is absolutely freaking manga, right? But it's a comic book. And the covers are pretty damn fucking good for a fucking comic book. So it feels like he said, "Hey, the manga books are doing this shit, and they're fucking selling like fucking hotcakes. Let's do that for our fucking comic books." And you know what? I'm all about that. Show a bunch of fucking front meat and some fucking legs, and then tell me what exactly the book is about in the fucking title. I don't care if you take fucking 30 words, because that's how manga is. The title will be like 30 words long. There's how I fucking fell in love with an elf in the Black Forest and how we're gonna get married. That'll be the whole title of some shit. I swear to fucking God.
Oh, I definitely know. Yeah, they do that shit a lot.
Yeah, like
basically the story is about a cab model who becomes a congresswoman, and now she's running for president, and basically her past catches up with her. And that's all I remember from the synopsis off the top of my head.
I don't need a synopsis. All I need to look at is the title and the cover, and all the front me's hanging out. I would
specking up titties. Testify.
Yeah, looks good. Here we go with Absolute Power. There's a cover B by Dave Raposa. This one looks pretty fucking good. Absolute Power Task Force 7. Yeah, Task Force 7 number 1. Then there's a Stephen Platt cardstock. I don't know why you got my boy Superman fucking all beat the fuck up, looking like he just got his biscuit stolen in a fucking prison and shit.
He just got his fruit cocktail taken.
Yeah, like like somebody passed him some cornbread. And he was like, "Oh, thanks." And he's like, "You got to pay for that cornbread, right?" He's like, "What do you mean?" And then that's we got him looking at it with his mouth busted open. He looked like he went, but he didn't go quietly. Is what I'm saying. They fucking got him. Got his ass. Gay pride, right? Well, fuck him. And they told him what was happening. They looked like they told him twice. That's what I'm saying. But they not Soups. They fucking got my boy Soups all fucked up in jail, nonetheless. Here we go with cover. Chad K is asking, did I say front meat? Yes, that's what I refer to for the mammary glands is the front meat instead of saying titties all the time.
Specking up titties. New shirt's coming soon.
No, we're not picking on titties. This is what we're doing.
Damn right.
Cover F and more foil variant. And then this one is going to be interesting. I might actually read this one, Death in the Family, but this one is a Robin Lives. I guess it's like a what if, but in this one, Robin Lives. And there's a 125. Now here, go back to the Absolute Power Task Force 7, number 1. There's a Pete Woods cover. We don't have the art for it yet. The solicitor says match or exceed the orders of at FOC of Superman's World Finest number 25 with the orders of the Task Force number 1, and then unlock the ability to purchase unlimited bundles of the Pete Woods unlockable bundle. And the bundles are $25. So yeah, I guess I gotta get it, man. Joe 47.7 is asking, hey Adam, they want to see the rest of the Project Pegasus freaking video. So coming soon.
It will be up sometime in the next 2 weeks, and I will announce when it's up.
Sir. Sinister Sons number 6. This one is a Raza cover.
Fucking fire.
Yeah. Raza, man, he just be fucking stealthily fucking one of the best joints around, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been on him for a while, but I mean, all his shit looks good, just about.
Batman Gotham Gaslight by something. Batman Gotham by Gaslight: The Kryptonian Age, issue number 2, 125 by Edge Curry. Man, DC's got too many freaking books that nobody's fucking reading. Here we go with Primer Clashing Colors, issue number 1. Green Lantern, Zuma Hill joint. Batman and Robin, Christian Ward cardstock.
I just read Batman and Robin number 10 today. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, and that one's a 125. What did you think of it?
I thought it was good. I'm looking forward to at the end they tease Bane coming back, and I'm looking forward to what they have in store. I'm happy they ended the whole Man Bat thing finally.
Ah, okay. Here we go with Action Comics number 1067, 125, Ben Oliver. I've seen that. Now I've seen this pose plenty of times, but this one actually looks pretty good. 125 good, not necessarily, but it still looks pretty good. Action Comics 1067, cover C, Pablo Villalobos. I don't like the freaking scarf around Lois Lane. And I'll tell you why. It's because nowadays ladies don't usually wear a scarf, especially around the freaking throat, because that's usually reserved for, our greater, trans Americans, right, who may not necessarily had all the surgery to sculpt that shit down yet. So I don't know who thought that was a freaking good idea. Maybe this California thing that Pablo Villalobos saw, but yeah, don't do that. Duke, issue number 3. Don't know what's going on with. Oh, and this one's the third print. Guess I'm gonna have to read Duke to figure out what the fuck's going on. I feel like this one was on FOC before, but here we go again with Usagi Yojimbo, issue number 4. We talked about it, and we talked with the man about it. Nakayama coming pretty soon. There's also 1 of 40 by Musahiro. We don't have art for them yet. Godzilla Power Rangers Skate or Die, issue number 2. Now the solicitor says there's going to be new Godzilla suit, new Power Ranger suit, possibly new Power Rangers, all new types of shit in there. As if you're into the care about that type of stuff.
It looks like Power Ranger suits with Godzilla influence, which is pretty fucking dope. So it's a definite pickup just because it's so unique.
Now, Lobo, Chad Cave said that Lobos has a Batman Adventures number 16 that's coming out from KRS, and it's fucking terrific. Dallas Comics or Image. Yeah. Image has the domain issue number 1. Void Rivals number 1. 9th fucking print. Jesus Christ. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell number 1. There's a second print, as well as issue number 2 is going to be on FOC. Peach Momoko has a 1 in 25 for Precious Metal. How much ayahuasca do you think she's smoking when she's fucking drawing this shit, man? Because there's just no fucking way.
She's taking shrooms, bro. That's some shroom trippy shit. Especially the tentacle on her face. Adam, don't get any ideas, bro. Oh, he's not even there. Where the fuck did he go? Is your tentacle coverage for the week?
Yeah, there's a Peach Momoko Precious Metals. It's got some lady, and then there's shrooms all around her, and then there's tentacles coming out of the fucking shrooms and trying to go up her nose and shit.
Nice, nice.
Transformers issue number 10. I don't have the art for that yet. Here we go with another shady freaking cover of this one's Morbius though. And he's taking a bite out of freaking Spider-Man. And instead of fucking just dragging the motherfucker down, he's got the hand coming up across the fucking chest, all caressing the motherfucker like. And then
Is
Spider-Man
fucking letting him?
Yeah, because
Spider-Man's like asking for it in that one, man.
Yes, because look at the other hand, right? Instead of the other hand trying to stop Morbius from biting him, he's just got his other hand on his one hand and shit, trying to stop the mask from coming off. Like, no, babe, keep the mask on. I like it like that. Like, no, what the fuck, Spider-Man? What's going on, Pete?
I mean, it's like very nice, but the concept is very rainbowish. You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. Maybe it's just that they bite him from the back because maybe it's just easier to get to that fucking artery, I guess. All right, we got to come up with something logical because if not, then I'm not buying none of this shit.
Yeah, no, I'm with Chris on that.
Yeah, I need to know why the fuck, okay, maybe we'll just say it's easier to get to that fucking jugular that way. All right? Because if it's not, then, vampires are seriously fucking, I don't know, got a little sugar in the tank, I don't fucking know. I mean, I always thought that, but
makes sense.
All I know is when I go to the doctor and I get my blood drawn, the nurses don't pop up from behind me and fucking zap me in the fucking and put their hands on my chest. Hey baby, we're gonna take your fucking draw your fucking blood right now. You mind if we fucking and there's fucking they fucking hey, put your arm out.
And does Spider-Man have the fucking reptilian eyes going on too? Like, oh shit.
Maybe.
Spider-Man's a fucking reptilian. I knew it. We got to stay out of those truther conventions, fucking Adam, right? Did you see the boys yet, Lucas?
I have not. I'll probably see it with the missus sometime today.
Yeah, dude, watch that shit. It was fucking hilarious. Although there was
that poor Bamista, though, dude. That poor Bamista.
It's gonna give you dick nightmares.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
that's not what I need. But yeah, so this very, I don't know what the fuck cover is by Jung Yoon. Annihilation 2099. This one is another. There's another freaking new character in this one. And it's one for the 1
gonna be one of those runs where it has like a first appearance damn near in every one.
And then we don't see him ever again.
Yeah.
You'll see him like 5 years from now.
Blood Hunt issue number 5 has got some fire covers. There's that Peach Momoko. Then there's that Doctor Doom Mahmoud Asrar, which is a 1 of 200. There's a Delado, which is a 1 of 100. It's a connecting cover, but there's also a trade dress of that same joint, which is a 1 of 10.
Yeah, that's probably the best Delado that we've gotten out of this set so far.
So I'll find that in the fucking back bins in about a year. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, number 1. That I think that's Joshua Swaby. That's Joshua Swaby in the middle is absolutely freaking fantastic. That one to the right, that Chan Gwyn, not bad either. I really like the freaking concept for it. And that one to the left, that Sergio Davila, man. I really like each and every one of those single fucking covers. The problem is that I can't remember the last time that an Elektra freaking cover did like really fucking well. It's because when they fucking do these fucking covers, they just overkill it. Especially a 1/100. A 1/100, dude. Really?
You said the last one was maybe 2 or 3 years ago when they first started doing the whole woman without fear concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that Tran Nui Jin because the Scarlet Witch that just came out this week was his first published work, and I kind of fucking like dude's style. Like, that Scarlet Witch, that one that she had the world kind of in front of her and shit.
Yeah.
That was his first published work. So this must be the second cover. I don't know. It's the second one I've seen that he's done.
Yeah. Fucking absolutely fucking gorgeous though. All right, here we go with Hellverine issue number 1, second print, and it's going to be a 1 of 25 by Josh Cassera. Mortal Thor annual issue number 1. The one I got up right now is a Silva design variant.
New character.
This one looks fucking good. Once again, Incredible Hulk. But this one is another one by Gabriel Delado. I don't think I've seen a Hulk of his that looks as fucking good as this one.
Yeah, we need this one virgin.
Don't say that. They'll fucking put that shit on. You'll see that shit popping up at conventions and shit. Ain't No Grave issue number 3. Can they do it again? Can they pull out a 1 of 25 Scotty Young and have it sell out again? We'll see.
I think so, because I'm definitely gonna buy that fucking thing. I bought the last one, but it kicked off a little high. You know, they're about $80, so I think it may maintain around there somewhere. You know, but I actually like this one a little bit more than the other one. So.
Chad Cave is saying you can't say fire covers and Peach Momoko in the same sentence. He says, I mean, you can, but you shouldn't.
Not all her stuff is not all her stuff is gutter trash. She's a little overexposed, granted, but she, has at least one really fire kick-ass big pip cover per week.
Yeah, she's kind of at the I do whatever the fuck I want status right now. So
her writing, on the other hand. Now, if you want to talk about her writing, fuck that shit. Her writing sucks.
I've never seen somebody write so much and have nothing absolutely fucking happening. There's more story. There's more story on the fucking cover than there is in the actual fucking book.
Yeah, I mean, I trust her to do good art. Her writing, on the other hand, is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they could have definitely, if they're going to let her do the art, they could have definitely let somebody else do the writing. But, I mean, this last issue that just came out wasn't so bad. I mean, they gave us more than they've given us anything in that entire fucking run so far. So.
All right, here we go with Cobra Commander #1. Beautiful fucking cover. I really like this one. Issue #1, 4th print. I gotta have this one. Blood Hunt, Red Band #5. There's a 1 of 25 by Rod Reese. And looks like Miles is going to be without an arm for a little bit. Invincible Iron Man. There's some pretty good covers for these Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe joints. Namor, that Alex believed that it left. That's a 1 of 100. It looks fucking fantastic. The Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe where you got Namor caught in a freaking trap. That's fucking funny. And that Elizabeth Torque, man, that's kind of devious. But the problem is he looks too much like that one Aqua dude from The Boys.
The Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got the octopus behind him and shit, and he's up there caressing the octopus, all types of weird and shit. Like, yo, man, yo, why is the octopus got a suction cups all up your ass though, man? I don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
Yeah,
Moving on.
wild.
There is your tentacle cover of the week. Scarlet Witch, issue number 2.
That House of M Carnage, that's probably the best one out of the 3 of those. And matter of fact, I like that out of the most of the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe variants. I think that's the maybe best one, or at least second best one.
That looks good. The one to the left, it's got her in bondage, but bondage by tentacles. Looks fucking
Bondage
good.
and tentacles, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now the one to the far right, it's got bondage, tentacles, and some teeth, which I'm not cool with.
This deal gets better all the time.
Yeah, looks weird. All right, here we go with Spider-Woman, issue number 9. It's got those new characters, that new team and everything.
Yes, I believe.
Don't know whether they're introducing more of these new characters that are in some of these other covers, because I think there's only been like 5 or 6 that were actually Spider-Woman, and there's a lot more new characters that are running around on some of these other covers. So this will be fun to freaking see what's going on with this. Star Wars issue number 48. There's a 1 of 25 by Lee Garbett. Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 5. Man, that one to the left, I believe that is the 1 of 25 by Aspinall, and it looks really fucking good. But I tell you what, that David Yardin homage to the right, I know somebody's gonna love that one. It looks pretty good too.
Yeah, I like both of them. Actually, Mark Aspinall showed me this his cover for this actually this week or last week. Because when I posted up that Ultimate Spider-Man, David Messina, I think that was the incentive on the last Ultimate Spider-Man. Everywhere they had Mark Aspinall up on that particular book, and it wasn't his. So,
Okay.
I actually had talked to him for a while because, I'll post Mark Aspinall quite a bit sometimes, but he's another dude that, hopefully, fingers crossed, we may be able to get an appearance from him sometime soon.
Okay, yeah, bring him on. That'd be awesome. All right, we're talking about this Ultimate X-Men fucking story, issue number 5. On the cover, it looks like you actually have the Shadow King right now. I think he first showed up. It was either issue number 1 or issue number 2. They showed him, but then he wasn't really doing anything confrontational. He was just kind of hanging out in the background, which I think is kind of the freaking point. Then we got the other cover with Peach Momoko. That's with Nokoro Yoshirodo. She's the other person in this X-Men universe that has electricity freaking powers. That Eddie Lee, absolutely freaking fantastic. But that's a 1 of 25, so that's gonna be interesting because he's done those type of covers before. But to me, in my mind, this is the first time I've really seen one that was actually an incentive. So I guess I gotta freaking pick this one up. And then the one to the far right has got the whole X-Men team on the freaking cover. I think we were talking about this one earlier earlier in the month. Definitely gotta have this one. Shout out to Lady Gray 89. Thanks for hanging out with us. What time is the CBSI start? Probably 11:30, right?
Yeah, give or take. Are you talking House of Stein?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11:30ish.
Okay. X-Force issue number 1. There's a 1 in 100 by Clayton Crane Forge, and there's supposed to be a first appearance. This kind of makes me laugh. X-Men Blood Hunt, Laura Kinney, the Wolverine. There's a Peach Momoko that looks pretty good. And that one to the left, that freaking Deadpool kills the universe, kind of makes me laugh as well. Now, here's where it gets interesting, getting off of Marvel for a little bit. There's a new book by Boom Studios. It's going to be called The Graveyard Club. It's got several different freaking covers. As you can see, one of them looks like it's done by Jenny Frizen. But that's not the one I care about. I care about the one to the far right, which is a cover H FOC cover. That means it just popped up within the last couple of days. And on the cover is Erica Slaughter. Okay. This book, The Graveyard Club, is written by R.L. Stein, who's also the writer for Goosebumps. Okay. So there is a better chance of Slaughter showing up in a Goosebump R.L. Stein book than Something That's Killing the Children right now. So I gotta hunt R.L. Stein down and figure out what the fuck. What's the move here? What are they gonna do? Can they bring freaking Erica Slaughter? Because they're shooting stuff all the time for Goosebumps and putting it on Netflix. But I really like this. I thought this was pretty freaking interesting. Don't know who that chick on the left is. But it should be pretty freaking good. I love it.
I like all three of them.
And I forget whether that one on the left is an incentive or not. Grim number 19. Man, these covers are pretty good. That 1 in 25 to the left, that's that Firemura. And then the one to the right, that's cover A Flaviano. Lady Gray says that she loves R.L. Stein, and that would be freaking awesome. Yeah. Valiant. Valiant's issue number 3. Gonna be Mattia, you got a Barrio Nuevo version. Red Sonya's out. I do have the art, didn't feel like putting all that shit together. You guys could go to the previews world to figure that shit out. But this one, Luchaverse by Mass Comics. It's got a foil cover, which is the one in the freaking middle, and then it's got a poster joint. That's the one to the freaking left.
Yeah, interesting. What are they doing with Rey Mysterio?
Much. Final Fight issue number 1, which looks like it's going to be by Udon, which looks like it has something to do with Street Fighter. I'm talking about the art, anyways. Cult of the Lamb is going to second print. Now, the thing is, I know that there was that 1 in 100, which actually popped up on the top 10 last week, or was it a couple weeks ago? But that's fine. I don't know if it. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if this goes to freaking third print, because once again, It's a video game, and I don't know if people will love it enough to keep reading it and keep buying it. Got Honey, then Matt Cave has The Last of the Wardens. All right, here we go. We're getting ready to go into some of the new comic book day. Somebody's got their fan on. All right. Here we go with The Amazing Spider-Man. I fucking love this freaking cover. It looks freaking good. It's amazing that no matter how many times I see a Spider-Man cover, they can still surprise me with some good ones. This 2000 AD freaking cover, just kind of reminiscent of the old school horror. Now here we go with they said that The Boys ends in season 5. But here we go with The Butcher's Boys. Pharaoh issue number 4, a homage to 28 Days Later. G.I. Joe 307, a real American hero. Immortal Thor issue number 12, Scotty Young. This one's sold out. Invincible Iron Man issue number 19, Scotty Young for the big Marvels. And then also Spider-Punk issue number 52 for the Amazing Spider-Man big Marvels. That Ultimate Spider-Man, that Superior Spider-Man freaking joint, freaking third print. Now this one is a Star Trek that's coming out of nowhere. This is Star Trek issue number 1. Got Cisco on the cover by Raza. This is a second print, 125. Spider-Man Woman number 7, Momoko. Spectrograph issue number 2 by Distillery. Here we go. Misery number 1 by Image should be coming out. That's the daughter of. She's not Spawn's daughter, but she's the daughter of Spawn's wife. She turned out that she had powers, and then she went away for a little while, but now she's back. Definitely looking forward to having this one. Venom Anxiety. This is a Grabnoff. Rat City issue number 3. This one is sold out at the distributor. And that was the last of that. Got through the show, gents. What do you think? Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about that I missed?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. There was that was pretty much it, bro. Because next week is cool. The week we just got up is pretty cool. I got a lot of things I still have to post this weekend, but other than that, dude, it's like I'm waiting for I think it's maybe 2 weeks out. And there's a shit coming out, not this coming up week, but the week after. So, but we'll get to that shit. So there's no reason to rush on that. But we're gonna sit up there and watch that Ain't No Grave, number 2, 1 in 25, and I'm gonna sit up there and watch the Blood Hunt and see what that does, because I've seen a lot of them selling for about 150 right now, and I'm interested to see if that thing does any more than that.
Nice. Now you said it for issue, which one, number 1 or number 2?
On what?
For that Blood Hunt.
I think that's 3.
You said for that Blood Hunt.
On 3.
I think it's for issue 3 he's talking about.
Yeah, the red band 1 in 25.
Okay.
number 3.
Okay.
And then I also am gonna keep an eye on that number 4, that one that has Tony Stark's in the coffin. I think that's pretty fucking cool. So I'm gonna see what that does too. Yeah, I've been watching them sell like for about 150 right now, and I'm wondering, is that gonna maintain or is that gonna go up?
People will forget about that book in a month.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt
People
about
will
it.
forget about that fucking book. Yeah, so get
Chris,
that
I
shit
think
out the
you
fucking
want-
door right now.
Have you done the lately situation with that? I think, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, get that. Don't hold on to them bitches. Get that shit out the fucking door.
And then that other shit I was we didn't talk about is that, well, we hinted on it, I think like last week, that Banana Wolverine, right? I saw some
On the
people
Wolverine
talking
one?
about that online. Yeah, they were talking about how it's killing the value of the original, but I don't think the key inside the original is gonna hold up. You know what I mean? So it's gonna
yeah.
leave people kind of mad because it's like, all right, well, damn, you telling me all I had to do is wait and get another cover that was supposed to be a limited exclusive, wasn't it? Because that wasn't a regular release Marvel print, right?
No, that
Now
was the
it is.
CTV too. Yep.
Yep.
Originally.
So
Uh,
it is what it
It's gonna be
is.
tough.
As long as they don't do that shit
Yep.
to Rogue Daughtermans and shit like that, they can do whatever the fuck they want, in my opinion. But when they start touching those books that it's like barely any of them out of here, then I got a fucking problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
actually,
All right, we got a. Go ahead, Adam.
I just want to point out if you're gonna see Wolverine, Deadpool, or Deadpool Wolverine, and you want to check it out at the Alamo Draft House, they do have an add-on for really, really good-looking pint glasses.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
The Alamo Draft House does a series of pint glasses with their movie releases, and they just dropped images
Okay.
for Deadpool Wolverine.
I think people will be a little bit more interested for the popcorn buckets because they look really
Did
weird.
anyone get anything from those Pro machines?
Yeah, I'm trying to find that fucking claw machine with the necklaces, the
Yep.
best friends necklaces. Yeah, I want to find that shit. I know they said that they're supposed to be in
Weird.
theaters now, so I haven't seen one yet though.
And I haven't had a chance to go out yet this week.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, probably in some posh place or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say they claim that they're supposed to be in theaters, so I think it's like a special ordeal. I don't know exactly which cinema exactly it's supposed to be, but I know that they did say that it's like a claw machine, right? And the heart necklaces with the half Deadpool, half Wolverine face, they're supposed to be like a machine full of them that you can play in the claw game. So I guess like one of the cinemas is supposed to be having these machines either A, sent to their theater soon, or B, it's already there. So I definitely want to pick that up. I think that's a nice touch to the film.
Nice. Okay. Good word. Good word.
Yeah. Other than
All
that, I
right.
ain't got
So
shit,
this
bro.
is. Yeah. So this is apparently this is Father's Day weekend.
Yep.
Yes,
Is that true?
sir.
Yes, so.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm putting guys on blast now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks. Yeah, I got 5 weeks till San Diego Comic-Con. Okay, that gives you 5 weeks to get your passports and everything expedited, because I will be partying down in Tijuana during that fucking weekend. I'll be going to the festivities during the fucking day, then taking my ass to fucking Tijuana right after that. Right? So if y'all want to meet up, there's Las Pulgas and Safari. Those are the fucking spots. All right. So once I get enough freaking names, I'll fucking put out times where I'm at and everything. I'll buy y'all a set or a picture of some set, Shit's called like 50 cents. Shit. But the rest, we'll be fucking chilling. I try to get some of y'all into the fucking convention. But y'all wasn't fucking paying a fucking attention and shit. But that is what it is. All right, that's all I got. 7 minutes till the top 10 freaking starts. Once again, freaking happy Father's Day to everybody. Yep. And then I'll see you guys freaking next week, man. Freaking peace.
Indeed.
For each man in his time to take, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, along the arm within his reach. I haven't needed a one.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.